welcome back to this makeup space that I have created for myself and you guys. If you're new here, my name is Amanda Renee and I am a certified makeup artist, makeup hobbyist, makeup addict, makeup lover. Pretty much I love makeup. So if you're into that sort of thing, you're in the right place. And if you're returning, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you enjoy today's video. What we're doing today, I know this is not a new thing, I did not create this, I'm not sure who did initially, but I am doing sort of the random number makeup challenge with a palette. So I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Jawbreaker palette, which, if you know, many of you know, this is a super crazy rainbow palette, and there's 24 shadows in here, and I have a bowl full of numbers 1 through 24 all mixed up randomly, and I'm going to draw, let's go with 5. I'm going to draw 5 numbers, and those are going to correspond with Pan's shadows in the palette. And I'll put on the screen the numbers that I draw and what they correspond with in the palette. So I chose a super rainbow palette because the likelihood of the colors that I'm going to draw probably is not going to go very well together. So this is definitely going to be a challenge. And it might be a little set up for failure, but I'm up for it. So, alright, so I have my bowl of numbers. I'm going to draw one. This is number 10, and that'll be put up on the screen. And the next one will be number 3. And number 20 is the third color that we're going to use. '17 is the fourth color. And for the very last one, we're going to go with number 4. So we definitely have a challenge. So I'm going to see what I can do with this. I don't have any face makeup on because I imagine there's going to be fallout, and I don't want to have to deal with that at a later point. And I will do my face after we figure out what is going on with the eyes. So I'm going to zoom in and we're going to get started. One eye primed, and the colors that I drew are the bubblegum, wow, this matte baby pink, this bright yellow, this shimmer pink called Snack, and then the raspberry, which is a matte raspberry color, and then this shimmer deep purple, which is Bite Me. So that is the colors that I drew, and we're going to get into this and see what I can make out of this. Okay, so alright, so I'm going to go in with the raspberry color. And by default, with using a palette like this is in no way, shape, or form a wearable look, especially with the colors that I picked. So I'm going to just go all out with a crazy, creative look. And then I'm going to go in with Bubblegum, the baby pink color. Same type of brush that I used for the raspberry, just with the pink. And then I'll diffuse it. Back in with the raspberry, which is the dark sort of burgundy red, and just deepen up. Okay, so next I'm going to use the dark purple shade. I'm also this is the shade Bite Me, and it's a dark shimmer purple. Because I was so precise with the top section of this sort of cut crease, there's no need for me to go back in and cut the crease because I was so precise with the application to begin with. So ultimately, that'll save time if you're just put the product where you want the product to begin with, rather than having to go back in and sort of clean up the messiness. I'm going to use the back side of this brush. I'm going to go in with that shimmery pink called Snack. I'm going to put it on the inner part of my lid and merge it with the purple. You see how easy that was, creating that still very precise cut crease without going through the additional work of going back in and adding more primer or whatever to use to actually get that defined line. So now I'm going to go back in with raspberry, and I'm just going to run it right along the cut crease line just to make sure it's deep and defined. And then I'm going to run it underneath the lash line and blend it in on the edge with the purple. And then I'm going to go in with the baby pink bubblegum shade and run that from the inner corner into the raspberry shade. And then I'm going to take a super fluffy brush with little to no product on it. I use this just as a blending fluffing brush for super diffusing the edges, so they're very blended and just sort of melt right into the skin. And when I put the foundation on, I'll sort of blend the foundation around this too, so it gives that even more super blended uniform look. I'm actually going to go back in with the raspberry because I want this outside a little bit deeper than it is. And then I'm going to go back in with the Bite Me Purple just on this tail of this sort of okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very precise sort of pencil brush, and I'm going to take the bright yellow and I'm going to put this on the inner corner. And sort of just blend it into the surrounding shadows so it creates a nice pop of color on the inside, but it doesn't look too harsh because it's blended in with the other shadows. So I'm actually very pleasantly surprised with how well all of this worked together to create this. To finish it off, I'm actually gonna go throw some liner on the inner corner, or the inner waterline, and this is the ColourPop cream gel liner in Crssd. That just pulls that yellow from the inner corner through, makes it a little bit more purposeful and uniform. And I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeliner, so when I put on my lashes, there'll be something to hide the band. This is the Hank and Henry Slick With It liner. Just very thin, right along the lash line. Not gonna do a wing or anything like that. There's already enough going on. Alright, so here is the random sort of color makeup challenge. The colors that I drew and what I created out of it. I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to finish this eye, throw on some lashes and mascara, and then I'm actually going to finish off, mimic what's over here on this side, finish off my face makeup, and then we will be back. And I'm back, and I have both eyes completely done with lashes, and I have my foundation and base products and everything on. So this is the completed look. I'm actually quite surprised as far as how it turned out. I was intentionally trying to make it a challenge with a super crazy rainbow palette, which could potentially go awry with all the colors that had the potential of being drawn. So for this to be what I created, I am more than happy. Obviously this is not an everyday look. This is not a look most people would even create, but given the situation, I feel like it came out quite well. Let me know what you guys think. If you would try this sort of thing, or have you used the Jawbreaker palette? Let me know. Pretty much whatever you have going through your head, I will respond to you. Also, if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of future content that I upload. I upload guaranteed every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's also 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then sometimes on Sundays at the same time, I will release something as well. So yeah, this was super fun. You guys should try it sometime. Just get yourself sort of like, if you're in a creative block or something of that nature, like do this and sort of play with colors and like see what works together. It's really fun and it's really helpful as far as sort of just challenging yourself to do something different. Like if you seem to do the same thing over and over and over again, this is definitely a great way to get you sort of thinking differently and outside that box. So with that being said, I think this wraps up the video, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you all next time. Thank you.